There's an attack on weak hadiths in our time. A weak hadith is anywhere from a D minus to a D minus. All right? A Hasan hadith is a B to an A minus. And then a Sahih hadith, I'm just using a language you can understand. An A minus is like a Sahih hadith is from an A to an A plus to 100%. Mutawatir is 100%. Al-Bukhari is like 98%, 99%. Muslim and Bukhari, 99%. Sahih Muslim, 97%. So a weak hadith is not thrown out. Just like a professor doesn't throw out a paper that gets a D minus. It didn't flunk. It passed. And so when the ulama say it's a weak hadith, it passed. In other words, it's something that cannot be proven to not have been said by the Prophet. The probability that he said it is far greater than the probability that he didn't say it. So it's called a hadith da'if because the margin of error is greater than in a Hasan or a Sahih. So how did the ulama deal with that? The ulama dealt with it by saying that for fada'il al-a'mal, those actions that are virtuous, you could use a weak hadith if it was a virtuous action and it didn't relate to a hukm. In Aqidah, the opinion of the Ash'ari and the Maturidi is the hadith has to be mutawatir. That you can't. That's why a hadith like the Nur al-Muhammadi, which is a ahad hadith, is not used in Aqidah. Or the hadith that tu'arad alayya a'malukum or a'malu ummati in al-Bazar, which is a sahih hadith. So the ulama don't reject weak hadith. They don't. And so this argument against the weak hadith is a weak argument. And that is why Imam al-Awza'i, who was one of the great imams of the Ummah, who was as learned as the four imams in fiqh and the sciences of Islam, they said that he answered over 70,000 questions with Qala Allah or Qala Rasulullah. Yeah. I asked one of my Mauritanian teachers, how's that possible? He said, Kam min su'al yujabu bi innama al-a'malu bin niyat. He said, how many questions are answered with innama al-'amalu bin niyat, so. But he was a master of dalil and hadith. He was of the opinion that Nisfu Sha'ban was ma'mul, that people should, ihya al-layl is a good night. Imam Malik karihahu, like Ibn al-Hajj said in al-Madkhal. The later Malikis tended to consider it an important night. I'm sure, I don't know, in Sudan, is Nisfu Sha'ban, is in some of them, and some don't. Yeah. So that's the way it is in Mauritania. Some of the ulama take it, the other ones don't. So it's one of those issues. I personally, like I said, I was only, recently that I did anything on Nisf Sha'ban, but I personally benefited on Nisf Sha'ban, personally. That was my personal experience. So, but in Tareem, they do, in the first Yasin, they make the intention of spending a long life in worship. In the second Yasin, with the intention of protection from calamities. And in the third Yasin, with the intention of being in need only of Allah and freed from the need of others. So getting your debts fulfilled, all those things. So that's a practice that the Habarima do, the ulama do, the Ba'alawi. Again, it's based on the hadith of Yasin. It's that Yasin is, you get the intention of what you read it for. So if you read it with a niyyah, then it has that blessing. I had something stolen, from me years ago. It wasn't mine. It was actually this is a true story. When you first become Muslim, it's very interesting, your hal. It's a good hal to be in. Like Imam Zayd and I kind of lament those days because it's just an amazing hal. When people, we have a guest here, Fred Wise. I don't think he's here tonight. Is Fred here? Yeah, but he's been here. People have been with him. He's a brand new Muslim, and he's just like, he's really in a nice state. But, something got stolen. I was on a train, and this thing was a are really expensive. And I put it on the cargo thing. It was a stupid thing to do. But like I said yesterday, I do stupid things. But I put it on in the cargo compartment. So when I got to the place, this is in England, and I'd had such a hard time getting this thing. I was doing it for somebody else. So I get there, and I go in, and it's not there. I was just devastated because I had to go tell this person, and this thing was a really expensive item. I had to go tell this person that it wasn't there. So there was a Nigerian man there, and when I got to this place, I told him what happened. I was completely devastated. I really was in a state of shock. He said, read 41 Yaseens. I guarantee you it'll come back. So I swear to God, I spent the whole night reading 41 Yasin. I really did. I just read 41 with total and utter belief in what he was telling me. The next morning, and then, wallahi, as Allah is my witness, the next morning I went to the train station. It was just there, right on the corner, open. Anybody could have taken it. Wallahi. So when you have that iman, even if it's like a bid'ah or it's something, it's like Allah is so generous with sincerity if you really believe something. So now it's always better to do what the Prophet ﷺ did, no doubt. But Yasin is a great gift to this ummah from Allah. It's the heart of Quran, and Yasin has incredible efficaciousness. It really does. Mujarrab. This is what the ulama in the book say mujarrab. It's been tried and tested. So don't listen to people that say bid'ah, weak hadith,